Oh, that's a nice fish, Jeff. Nice job. Oh, that is a nice smallie. Okay, so what I do is I always take the mono.
It's hard to leave when they're eating.
You gotta love it. Okay, 2 more casts and we're done. 5 more casts, we're done. Connor, you set the official clock and we're done.
5 minutes.
That was awesome. I know you, the way you are, if you're grabbing that, I'm grabbing the same. Come on. Yeah. I've learned a long time ago when you're fishing with Mr. Vandermartel, you know what? It's the old saying, one in Rome, do as the Romans. When you're up in Minocqua and Hayward, do as the Vandermartel.
Here, what you're looking for spawning area, it doesn't necessarily need to be a large rocky point. In most cases, in fact, it's actually just a narrow band of maybe 3 to 4 foot wide gravel up along the shoreline. You'll also often have sticks, overhanging logs, anytime where the water, especially in seepage lakes where it gets higher, and you've got the tag alders and stuff that you would see along the edges where that all turns to be into the water line once the water comes up. Those walleyes will gravitate to that as well. It gives them good cover, and at night they pile right up into there in 6 inches to a foot of water.
That's shallow, huh?
Yep, absolutely.
Hey, all right. Our first fish of the morning.
A couple short strikes.
Decent fish.
Couple short strikes on live bait. I switched over to plastics, and we both had rips right away on plastics. I mean, we've only been out about 10 minutes. That's perfect. That's exactly what we're looking for.
And what is the limit, Jeff, on these lakes?
Some lakes up here are 15. Some lakes are with a 15 to 20 inch harvest slot, 15 to 19 and 7/8 harvest slot, 20 to 24 inch protected. Other lakes up here are 1 over 14 or 3 under, or rather 1 over 14, 2 under, or 3 under.
So when I come to a lake in northern Wisconsin, not being familiar with the lake, how do I know what the limit is on that lake? Are they all posted at the boat landing?
They should be, yes. The vast majority of our lakes will be posted right there. They update those on an annual basis. Sometimes somebody will rip them down or something silly like that. But other than that, you could look on the DNR website. It's very simple. You can actually Google, say.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, there you go, Larry. Nice job.
Yep. I went back to live bait real quick. No,
it snuck right in there.
Yeah, this is a small fish. And now, again.
Nice little male.
Yep, the limit on these lakes, like if it's a 3 fish limit, you can.
They're all 3 up here. Yep,
okay.
They're all 3 currently. There's maybe 1 or 2 that have some special management, but outside of that, it is now a 3 bag for the entirety of the ceded territory.
Okay, I like that myself. I know a lot of people will disagree, and I'm not going to argue with you, but I like a 3 fish limit. Jeff, I feel that there's been so much pressure on our systems now, and when you look at all the things that have changed when it comes to the outdoors, in life in general, you have to manage things. I mean, the future is everything, and our goal, you guys, is and it's always going to be to get more people involved in the outdoors, and especially young people. And I think it's hard to get people involved in the outdoors if you don't have good fisheries or if you don't have plenty of game that they can see when it comes to hunting. Ooh, this is Jeff. Oh, that's a nice fish. Yep, that's a nice fish. Oh, that was right next to the boat pretty much too. Yeah. Now, I didn't think we were going to actually catch any walleyes that nice. That is a nice fish. Competition continues. Just out a little farther,
Yeah,
huh?
probably about 12 feet there.
Okay. Yeah, the first couple hits I had were real tight to shore.
Yep.
And that last one, there you go. Oh, there we go, double.
Double up.
Double it. Mine's a little.
Right next to the boat.
Yeah, that one. It's nice to see all these different year classes of fish too.
Absolutely.
That's what's exciting. It's not all the same. Yep. That was like right behind the boat. You said it was an early bite.
Yeah, here we are.
I'm loving this for sure. What do I got here? Feels good, wherever it is. Oh, smallie. Yep, I'll lift them right in. Something different. I'll take that. Little pork chop. Something besides a walleye. All right, nice. There we go, yep. Oh, this feels a little bit better than I thought.
The one I just lost was a really
Yep.
nice fish.
Oh, yeah. It's a nice fish, Jeff. It's a nice fish. Real nice fish. Yep,
Oh,
nice
yeah,
fish.
There it is. Very nice fish.
No complaint on that one.
Definitely in the slot. Nice fish.
Nice job.
Good job.
And he just, that slow poke, he just whomped that.
I like this style because you can sneak it through the wood real nice. We are fishing a fair amount of rock and timber down on the bottom here, and it skates through along the bottom. You can use it with or without the weed guard. If you can get away without the weed guard, I think your hookup percentages go.
No doubt.
There's no question, like anything. But if you do have a lot of structure down there, that body shape will get you right through the wood real nice, and then the weed guard makes it. It's pretty tough to get it
Stuck,
Yeah,
for sure. Oh, baby. A bonus fish, Jeffrey. Hey, nothing wrong with switching.
That's a nice crop.
Nothing wrong with switching. Oh, I got him.
There you go. Nice.
That is a nice crappie. Crappie to a smallie. I'll take that. Hey, I'm really kind of digging this.
Just a little too big to lift in the.
Yeah, a line breaker, huh?
Absolutely.
Them smallies, man, oh man, look at the bellies on them.
Yeah, she smashed it, man. Nice little fish.
This, I don't know what I have. And I just was coming down. Oh, that's a good walleye.
Nice fish.
I was just actually coming down that slope, and
They're hanging a little deeper now.
Yeah,
I think.
they're hanging
right
a
where
little
it kind of
deeper.
goes
You
hard
s-
to soft.
yeah,
That's
and
a
you
nice
said
one, man.
that too.
Yep, they're sliding off here. Definitely.
This fish definitely got some good pull to him. Like that.
Slurped that one.
Yeah, he wanted that slow poke.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just right. I can just feel, and that's the key too. Pitching up there, and you're just coming down that edge right there, and let that jig. I lift it and let it kind of slide forward, watching the line all the ways. You know, you can feel the bite, but you see that line jump like that, and right away you're on it.
Yeah, very nice fish. Post spawn female. You can see she's all sag bellied there and
Yep.
all done.
Let's let her go. Oh, nice. History.
Yep.
She did what she was supposed to do.
Yep.
Nice job. Yeah, I mean, they're not done biting yet, Jeff. I know you thought that this window was going to be a real early bite, and it has been real early, but
I mean, it took us, what, maybe 45 minutes to rip through a limit there this morning. And then we've been picking through some nicer fish.
I like it.
See her all nice.
The gold. I went with gold, Jeff. I
Yeah.
get busted off on a. Finally, I lost one jig, and I decided to go with a little different color. It's time to change some line, and since I'm really watching the line, and my eyesight's not as good as it normally is, and what I'm going to do, maybe because I'm getting a little older, I hate to admit that, but I'm going to go with a high vis, and I've got some of the power strike here, so I'm going to quick re-spool this rod and reel and kind of go from there, because what I'm doing is I'm casting that 16th ounce slow poke and just watching it come down the break, and you're just seeing that line just jump a little and reacting to the bite like that. So high vis lined is definitely the way to go. There you go, Jeff.
Yeah, man. Still going strong.
I love to see that.
Nothing like watching those white tips come in, man. That one was
Yeah.
on plastics, too. He pounded that one. The old oddball and a ripple shad.
Crushing her.
Fish.
Crushing her. I'll switch up for a little bit till the walleye start going again, huh? Jumping Jeffrey. Oh, there he goes. Yeah.
Quick release.
You didn't even have to deal with him.
2 casts in a row. Let's go for 3.
You got him.
Three in a row. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. Told you I'd get another one.
Right.
Oh,
Oh, hey, I like them.
All right, well, I'll get this one, too.
Larry's over here getting snagged.
They definitely like the crank better than the
4 out of
plastic.
5, baby. Yeah, for sure. This wasn't on a minnow wrap.
Ooh, that's a
So
better
nice
fish.
Barely hooked.
Ooh, look.
Oh.
I love
Barely
it.
getting it by the skin
They
of the
get to
teeth.
the boat and they spit it right back
Jeez.
at you.
Fishing isn't easy.
I need a better net man.
Yeah, Larry, you want to just take over net duties now or what? Since
Since I can't catch them. Right? Oh, that's a nice fish, Jeff. Nice job. Woo-hoo! You know, we decided to take a little bit of a break and fish some smallmouth. And what do? You catch the biggest walleye of the day fishing for smallmouth, which is pretty typical, huh?
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
That
Yeah,
is a
this time
nice
of year,
fish.
you know, you've got a lot of stuff coming in and going out of the spawn here. Walleyes are post-spawn. They're recovering. They've got the feed bag on here, as you can see, and man, sometimes you get lucky and get a nice one as a bonus. Just in the lip.
Boy, I'll tell you what, Jeff. Oh, that's a decent small.
Take that one.
Nice. Whew. That is actually one of the few that you finally got into the boat.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll tell you what, everybody, we've got the Evinrude G2 fired up. We're going to head back to the landing, and guess why we're heading back to the landing? No, it's not because the fish have stopped biting. I am starving, and it's Leroy lunchtime. We're going to go cook up some brats, and then we're going to head over to another lake. And you know what, Jeff? We're going to target some more walleyes.
Yeah, I think so. We'll finish up. We've got a good bite going today. We've got a little bit of crappies, a little bit of bass, a little bit of walleyes. See if we can target some more walleyes for this evening.
All right, get her in. Let's have some lunch. I am starving for sure.
Which one is this?
This is the buck and bite.
Is this the special Larry Smith flavor?
It certainly is. I'll have a buck and bite.
I can taste the buck. I can taste the bite.
Leave
I meant it.
You know what I love about that Evinrude G2? It's a two-stroke. You know what I love about two strokes? The horsepower, the fuel efficiency, and I love the sound. You know what? If I want a motor that I can't hear, you know what? I'll buy a sewing machine. I want something that I can hear. I don't buy a Harley, right? So it sounds like a moped. I buy a Harley because it's got a lot of power and it sounds cool. G2 sounds cool. We're at it. Nice job, Jeff.
Thanks, buddy.
I tell you what, you just lost a nice walleye, and
I did. About 2 casts later, a real nice bass. That walleye was a nice fish too, about 20. And that bass is real nice, huh? Probably about 17. So we're working a mix of rocks. There's a little bit of weeds mixed in. We've been picking up some nice, picking up some smallies, picking up some walleyes, and we're just getting started for the evening. So yeah, a lot of times, you know, the progression up here in northern Wisconsin and probably everywhere else too, but right now what we see a lot of in the month of May up here, we'll see the walleyes tend to come up first. Sometimes they come up as the season is opening. Sometimes it's done before our opener, which is the first weekend in May. And then as that gets done, you'll see the perch start to spawn. And then following that, you'll see the crappies come up and the bass and that kind of thing go on from there. And the muskies are usually right around somewhere between crappies and bass. And that's about what you got going through about Memorial Day weekend. That's kind of the progression of things.
this lake we moved to now is a lot clearer than the lake we were fishing this morning. So is this typically more of a evening bite or super early morning, evening bite and into the dark?
Typically your clearer water, it can be. Those fish are typically still catchable still. It's more a function of they're not maybe using the same structure in your pre and post dawn or your pre-dark and post dawn areas, your low light times, as they are say midday. This time of year can be tremendous for walleye fishing pretty much throughout the day, as we've seen today. You know, we picked up fish midday, we caught fish right away in the morning. Mornings and evenings are going to be better as a rule, certainly, but to catch walleyes all day this time of year, even on clear water, is not unheard of. I mean, the first one we picked up when we got out here at 4:30, or bright clear skies, and we caught that fish in 8 feet of water. As it gets more towards evening, though, I expect a lot more of those fish to come up and take advantage of the panfish and stuff that are using the shallows around their time of spawning, and all the forage that's up here to help them recover from their own spawn. Oh, he's got something.
Oh, yeah, got my walleye. Let me see that one. The old tub o' towels. Good for everything. Look at that. Oh, that's a nice fish. Very nice. Yep. Nice job. Woo! Wow. Boy, that slowpoke is gone.
Dude.
Very,
Inhaled.
very nice.
Big old, well past the spawn female. Big dinosaur melon on her. What a gorgeous fish.
Love buddy. It. My turn, my turn.
Yes, we're just getting started and we're off to a good start.
I just put on a blade, one of these new blade baits. Ooh, nice fish.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Ooh, got a
Real nice fish.
Oh yeah.
Buddy.
I just put that on there.
Second cast, man.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to see that again.
Well, you want to see it again?
I do
Here, I'll
wanna
give
see
you
it again.
pliers. Do you want a pliers?
Oh, that would be great. Hey,
I got a pliers.
Larry, do you have any pliers?
I got some pliers. I got some pliers. Hey, you know what, you guys? I totally believe in having too much fun. And Jeff, it's always a pleasure fishing.
I've never heard
Too
of it.
much fun?
I've never heard of it.
Oh, really?
Dude, what a nice fish, man.
Awesome.
That's a beautiful post-spawn fish. Got the feed bag on, chunking back up for summer.
Hey, Jeff, if people want to get a hold of you and come out and enjoy some of the unbelievable fishing and hunting that you do, the guiding you do, tell everybody at home how they can find you.
You can find me either at my websites, Wisconsin Muskie with a Y, fishingguide.com, or wisconsinduckhunts.com, or you can find me on social media, Jeff Van Remortel, WDH, W is in Wisconsin, D is in Duck, H is in Hunts Guide Service. And yeah, social media is good. My cell phone number is 920-639-6286.
Awesome. Hey, you definitely want to get a hold of Jeff. He's one of the most knowledgeable guides that I have ever fished with, and we always have a good time.
Thank you.
Let's get some more, buddy.
Nice job.
Hey, this week's tip of the week brought to you by our good friends up at Mike's Country Meats in Tigerton, the finest jerky on the planet. You know, Jeff, when you're fishing extremely high wind like we are today and clear water, two things: high vis line, so you can see that line where it's at when it hits the bottom, when the line jumps, when the fish are on there. But the important part is that you want to have a good fluorocarbon leader on there. And I know you told me before, tie on at least a 3 to 4 foot leader. And let's show everybody at home how we're tying this. Okay, so what I do is I always take the mono fluorocarbon, and this is the Power Strike Super Braid. What I do is I go through it like this, okay? And then what I'll do is I'll actually put my hand to the back right here, in the back, close it up, and then what I'll do is I'll actually twist the line 7 times, 8 times if you want. Twist, 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 okay? So now what I'll do is I'll take the Super Braid, which is the Power Strike. You can see how I have it twisted like that, and you got to go right back through the same way you came. Oops. It's a little easier when your hands aren't as cold.
Yeah, a little
and you want to get back out fishing, because we're getting into that prime time. So back through, and what I'll do is I'll just tighten it down, and there you go. So that's the easiest way to tie that line. And again, what I'll do is I'll take both of the tag ends, the mono, or the fluorocarbon I should say, and the Super Braid, cut them off like that. Very important. We're gonna give you one more tip, which I'll tell you is extremely important. You know how your line always twists? You got a lot of memory in there, especially when it's real windy like this and you're using a Super Braid. This is one of the best products I've ever found. It's called Reel Magic, and all you want to do, Jeff, is grab a reel back there.
It works for both braid and regular monofilament line. It would work for fluorocarbon too, I'd imagine.
It does.
You just spraying it on a little bit on your line like that, like so, and it gets rid of all the memory in there. When it comes off, memory meaning when it coils like that, especially a problem with monofilament, it gets rid of it. It goes nice and limp, and it works great. It really is, especially the first time or two of the year. I smiled. I saw you pull this out earlier, and that's why we decided to do
stuff
it.
is hard to find.
It's very hard to find.
Yep, Midwest Shooter Supply.
Midwest Shooter Supply, yep.
Yep, or
And,
Mike's.
No, I've been using it a long time. We use it,
Tackle.
especially when it's really cold. That's the other thing. We use it a lot for steelhead fishing.
Okay.
A spritz or two on there because we use all mono for the stretch. And that's why I smiled when I saw you pull it out, because I've never really run into anybody else that used it. So it's a good tip, man. It's really good stuff. And it's a can is a lifetime supply.
It is.
It really helps out with your fishing.
So here's 2 great tips, and of course you got to thank our good friends up at Mike's Country Meats, the finest jerky on the planet. Hey Jeff, we got about an hour left. Let's catch some more fish.
Yeah, let's go.
Want one?
Yeah, sure.
I like the pepper.
Yeah,
Pepper? Hey, I'll tell you what, Jeff. I saw that line jump. It's not a real big one, but again, it goes to that, like we were talking about before. is it goes to that high vis line. When you're dealing with a lot of wind and now low light conditions, you're not gonna feel that bite. And where I'm only running an 1/8 ounce slow poke jig in here. So, hey
Yeah,
Jeff,
you're right, man. We use the high vis line for a lot of stuff. For steelhead fishing, we'll use it on our float rods. We've used it for trout fishing for a number of years. Use it for walleyes. You really can't go wrong with it, for sure.
no, you can't. Hey, I gotta tell you something, dude.
What?
Had an absolutely awesome time, like I always do with
It was
you.
a good day, man.
And you know what? Let's make a couple more casts. Con, we got to get him back. He was up late last night. We left at 3 o'clock this morning. Get him back so he can get to work and maybe get a good night's sleep first and then get to work. And it's always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure, buddy.
Hey, I'll tell you what, everybody, we always appreciate everybody watching our show. And this week, we want to give special thanks to all the bridge builders in this country, keeping things moving. And remember the most important thing of all, if there's anything you ever want to remember, it's a great day to be alive. And thanks for watching our show. Woo! One more cast. Hey, I'll tell you what, Jeff, what a good way to wrap up the day. We had an unbelievable day, and I think one more cast, and it's time to go in for sure.
You know, for everybody at home, we just did that about 5 minutes ago.
What are you talking about?
One more, and I think we'll get going.
And he actually tried to be so nice to me before. He's like, I'm gonna let Connor get home and sleep for once. Like, that has never happened before.
It's hard to leave when they're eating like
You gotta
that,
love
man.
it. Okay, 2 more casts, and we're done. 5 more casts, we're done.
5 minutes.
Five.
Five
Okay.
minutes.
Okay,
5
set-
minutes.
Connor, you set the official clock, and we're done.
5 minutes.
That was awesome. You know, I told you not to leave all the lights on while we were cooking the brats. It's a good thing that Jeff's not only a great fisherman, but he's also not too bad of a mechanic. And he's got jumper cables.
The nice thing about like a stand or whatever, you know, you can just chill, relax,
Oh, sure, yeah.
fall asleep sometimes. There, you got fish on.
Oh, yeah. You guys ain't fooling me one bit. I listen to your guys' crap. Your story's got to get a little better, right?